Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I will be talking about dodging and burning, which is a editing technique that I've used for a long while now, and it's really changed my photography and my editing style. So when I first started learning about this, I really didn't know what people were talking about and what the terms meant. But once I actually sat down and learned how to do it, it's really not that complicated. So let's talk about the terms. First of all, dodging is essentially when you lighten an area of a photo to make it a little bit more interesting, and you do that by just simply adding more light. And burning is essentially the same thing, except you're darkening a certain area of a photo, such as this area or this area. And that area is not necessarily like a very important, or you don't want your observer to really notice that area. So essentially kind of what this does is provides more contrast, a little bit more depth to your photos. So for example, this photo is the same exact photo, except I did not dodge and burn it. Now this photo is with the dodge and burning. As you can see, it provides a lot more depth, a lot more texture, and it really leads your eye to certain areas of the photo, such as this interesting log here and the water running down this river. So maybe you got that. If you didn't, rewind, watch it again. But now I will show you how I do it. So I've already applied some basic edits, as well as not so basic edits, but you can see that in my landscape photography editing tutorial number 1. I'll link that here. So essentially what I do is I go over to the brush tab here and I press O to show mask overlay, and what this does is just show me which areas I'm actually editing with like a red marker, so it's more visible. So I'll go for a brush size about 7 to start, and some people like to add their exposure before, like apply it to the actual brush, but I tend to do that later. So what we do is we just go over these lighter areas of the photo and with the brush. So this area is going to be the area that's going to be lightened. Maybe just like that. So now you can press O again, and then once again, and then you go over to your adjustments here. As you can see, this is changing all the areas that we went over in red. So I will probably go something like that. Yep. And then if you want to go back, you can always just go back to your mask overlay here. And maybe I want a little bit of brightness here. So then we can go back to here and see what we've done. Great. And now what we're going to want to do is do the exact same thing, except the reverse. There we go, something like that. We'll press O again. Then, as you can see, we're darkening or brightening that area. So we'll want to darken it because we're burning. And when I started out, I really kind of was confused about which is which. And I find that when you're burning, like when you're actually burning a piece of wood or something, it'll always get darker. So maybe something like that. And there you go. That is your final image. Yeah. Well, thank you all for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.